Welcome to Therapy Resources Incorporation. For your registration, please fill in your demographics as seen on page 1. Next, sign your initials under the conditions of registration. First is the release of information. To the extent necessary to determine liability for payments and to obtain reimbursement, portions of the patient's medical record may be disclosed to insurance companies, your primary doctor, your case manager, healthcare service plans, workers' compensation, carriers, and TRI staff. If you are found to have conditions such as cancer, this must be reported to the appropriate health agencies as required by law. Second is healthcare communication consent. You consent to receiving appointment updates and other healthcare communications or information via text, call, or email using the phone number or phone numbers and emails that you provided above. You understand that this approval for personal messaging will apply to future appointments, updates, feedback, requests, health information, unless you request a change in writing. Third is the consent for photography and video recording. You consent to photographs, videotapes, digital or audio recordings, and/or images of you that are recorded for security purposes and/or the practice's healthcare operation purposes, for example, quality improvement activities, marketing, or social media. You understand that the facility retains full ownership rights without financial obligation or remuneration to you in regards to images and/or recordings of you taken at the facility. You will be allowed to request copies or access to the images and/or recordings when technologically feasible unless otherwise prohibited by law. Last is the authorization to treat. To the best of your knowledge, the information you have provided at this clinic is up to date and complete. You are consenting to any necessary medical, physical therapy, occupational therapy, massage therapy, evaluation, and/or treatment at Therapy Resources, Inc. upon the advice of a physician as necessary. If you agree to the conditions of registration, please sign both your signature and the date on the bottom left. Now let's proceed to the second page. This page is your acknowledgement of the Notice of Privacy Practices. Therapy Resources Incorporation creates and stores information about you under the rules and regulations of HIPAA, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. This includes records containing your health history, symptoms, examinations, test results, and plans for future care. If you do or do not authorize your information to be shared with any and all necessary individuals as mentioned above, please check the corresponding box below. You have been provided an opportunity to review the Notice of Privacy Practices for Therapy Resources, Inc. that provides a more complete review of information uses and disclosures. You understand that you have the right to view this Notice of Privacy Practices before signing this consent. You understand that Therapy Resources Incorporation may charge its Notice of Privacy Practices at any time and that a current copy will be available for your inspection during regular business hours of the medical office. You acknowledge that you have received a copy of the Notice of Privacy Practices of Therapy Resources Incorporation and agree to the liability limitations explained therein. If you agree with acknowledgement of Notice of Privacy Practices, please sign your signature, name, and relation to the patient if applicable, and date on the bottom. For the third page, please write your name, age, height, and weight. If any of the conditions listed below applies to you, please circle yes or no. For the fourth page, please list any medications that you are taking with the name of the medication, the dosage, the frequency, and the condition treated with this medication. This is required if you do not have the name of the medication. Also attach any prescriptions with the file. On the fifth page is the insurance information. Please give your insurance card to the front desk and indicate your primary insurance and other information about your insurance on the fifth page. Registration, please sign your initials if you agree with the following terms. First is the insurance acknowledgement. You understand that these are the benefits quoted to by Therapy Resources, Inc. by your insurance company. You understand these benefits may have been quoted in error by your insurance company and that Therapy Resources Incorporation will be billing you for any balance due after claims have been completely processed by your insurance. You understand the financial obligation including deductibles, copay, attendance fees, and coinsurance. You agree to inform Therapy Resources, Inc. if there are any changes in your insurance coverage. Last is the eligibility guarantee. This is for managed care patients only. You have chosen Therapy Resources Inc. as your provider under your HMO coverage. You understand that your eligibility status does not appear on the current list provided to Therapy Resources Inc. If eligibility is not established in the next 60 days, you assume full responsibility for all charges incurred by yourself or your dependent. Last page is the Medicare Direct Access Acknowledgement. This is for Medicare patients only. Please fill in your name in the blank and read and understand the information. With your written authorization, the physical therapist shall notify your physician and surgeon, if any, that the physical therapist is treating you. Signing below indicates your understanding of your direct access to physical therapy treatment at this facility. Please sign your name and the date below. Thank you for choosing and trusting Therapy Resources Incorporation. Have a great day.